San stays there at solo fourth with a 76 record. First, let's hear from the winning coach, Coach Torres. Coach, always tough against UP. What made life tough for you this time around? How were you able to overcome?
Well, I guess it just makes it harder because you're coming off a 2-game losing streak. You're going through injuries, sickness through the players, but what really transpired there is just their will to win. Not giving up on every possession, knowing that UP is really gonna always give you a good fight and just gonna test you to the metal. But again, guys just stepped up. Guys, most importantly, I guess, had fun playing and competing. So again, these guys really deserve to really savor this moment for them.
Thank you, Coach. Versus Mike Phillips, 21 points, 14 rebounds, 9 for 14 shooting for the anchor. Pretty much in the middle of the game, second and third quarter. Sir, thoughts on your own personal effort and how the team picked it up for you in fourth?
Right. Just yung sinabi ni Coach na we really just tried to enjoy the game. When EJ went out, he's always the guy that makes sure everybody smiles, makes sure everybody's having fun, and so he just told me, hey, don't forget to smile. I'll be here cheering you guys on. So I just really try to just be that guy, not so much really the X and O's, but really just try to be as just encouraging and positivity as much as I can. And I really felt that when you play like that, even when you're down, even when you're struggling, if you just try to look for that gratitude, it can really show up. And it's not going to guarantee a win, but it's going to guarantee you're going to have one of the most memorable times of your life. And so I'm just grateful that God really worked today, and God worked through just EJ, and EJ just looking me in my eyes after he went out and said, hey, just go out there, have fun. And so it was just really just so many moments I just really just saw, just over the past couple games, we're really improving. But for me, like what we had said when we were losing, we have to, stay in the moment. When we lose, we have to feel everything that night. But tomorrow it's a new day, and so it's the same thing here. We told everybody we won, but hanggang ngayon lang yan, hanggang itong gabi lang yan. So bukas wala na to, and we focus on the next game. But we have to, just like you can't get too caught up in a loss, you can't get too caught up in a win, but you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy both when it comes to you.
Thanks, Mike. For player of the game, Boris Manasigan, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 for 13 shooting, including 3 for 4 from the three-point area. Boris, big game for you, especially in the second half. Mike pretty much started the comeback. You, Earl, even Jacob, you were able to help and pour in the points of the fourth. So, ano masabi sa naging effort mo and ng team, lalo na
for me, yung first quarter parang nag-struggle din ako ng first quarter. Parang ang dami kong open shot na hindi nagsushoot. And then, sabi naman sa akin ni Coach na tuloy ko lang yung ginagawa ko kasi para din makatulong ako sa team. And then, nung second half, bumawi ako na sabi ko sa sarili ko na ito na yun. Kasi parang nung nawala si EJ, parang bumagsak din yung yung kumpiyansa ko eh. And then, sabi ko sa sarili ko na tutulungan ko yung team ko, and then gagawin ko yung lahat ko para makuha yung panalo.
Thank you. Floor is now open for questions.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Looking ahead to the last game, rivalry game against Ateneo, always a big game for both sides. But now, there's so much on the line now. The fourth place will be on the line. Just talk about how big that game will be and your mindset going into the game.
Well, just like how we approached this game, we don't have we forgot what was at stake, and coming off a 2-game losing streak, we threw it all out the window and just focused on every possession. And I'm sure, yes, it's always going to be talked about. It's always going to be a lot of pressure, but what's important for us, I guess, is just to prepare ourselves for the battle. What's good about this is kahit nasang position ka, if it's gonna be Ateneo Lasal, you know that it's always gonna be a grind out game. But for us, we have to also fix a lot of stuff. We made a lot of mistakes in our game today, so just like what Mike said, as much as you celebrate that, you have to move forward. So it's gonna be another exciting end of the season, elimination game for us against Ateneo. So it's gonna be fun.
Coach, two-part question. First part, may minutes restriction ba si Mason?
Yes, kasi he only got the clearance from yesterday, and it was really restricted because we want to make sure that we're not putting him in harm's way. But every time I look at the bench, he's always looking at me and telling me to put him in. So it was a big gamble on my part because again, you don't want to put a player's career in harm's way. But he got a good support from these guys. We tried to really put him in a situation that he doesn't have to force himself. But I guess just the presence of Mason will change the trajectory of the defense. That's why Mike and Jacob were really able to attack even Boris, because Mason will always be known as a shooter and known as a good offensive player. So nakalusot kami ng ilang minutes, but I'm happy that he's okay, and we're just so happy that he's back.
Follow-up, Mike, how big of a moral boost is it for the team na nakabalik na si Mason?
Napakalaki yun. Yung sinabi ni Coach, parang lagi siyang ready, and nakita namin lahat yung comeback niya, kung gaano kahirap yung pinagdaanan niya, at just naka-uplift talaga na nakabalik si Mason. And just what I noticed just in warm-ups, Coach Topex is really heavy on just making sure we always high five. We have a thing called touches, and I remember I just see Mason talaga yung damihan, parang pinakamadami na high fives ko. I mean, everywhere you go, high five. I was just okay, yeah, like that's probably one of the biggest things I just missed about Mason. He's always high fiving, always uplifting, and of course the X and O's, we know what Mason can do, but he's been in the locker room, but now just to really have that on the court, on the bench is just really beautiful, and I'm just really happy for him. I know mentally, he's really, it's a really big help for him. And just faith-wise, I remember the first time he got hurt, he just said, hey, man, this is going to be an opportunity for me to get to know Jesus and get to know my faith. And with that faith, he was able to come back and stay strong. He could have really easily just took the left road and said, hey, this is my season's over, I'm just going to focus on next year. But he put his foot in the ground and said, I'm gonna try hard, and that's what he did. And so super proud of him, and just praying for him just to keep going.
Boris, second game mo to after yung suspension mo, and wala na suspension pa, nakakuha mo na yung group ng offense mo, and of course sa leadership sa team. So, nung suspension mo din, ano na natutunan mo, and paano mo yung na-apply this past week? Kasi mas nakaka-contribute ka na offensively for the team.
Yung suspension ko, madami ako natutunan doon kasi nung ginawa ko yun, parang nagsisi rin ako sa sarili ko. And then nagsorry din ako sa mga coaches, sa mga teammate ko. And then sabi ko naman sa kanila, babawi ako. And then ayun nga, bumawi ako sa Adamson, kaso na-short na lang kami.
And to Mike, approaching this game, you struggled against Adamson. How did you just approach this game knowing that it could well be a career-defining one, especially for you in your last year, because a loss in this game could have jeopardized your Final Four hopes in the summer?
Yeah, that's an amazing question. It's actually crazy you asked that, because that's something I was just struggling with, the past 2 days. I would wake up and be like, man, of course I wish I think positive, but the reality is, my career at LaSalle could be over in 2 games. But then I remember today I just woke up, the first thing I did, I don't know why, I just woke up, I just had so much energy, and first thing I did was I went and I just got this small space, and then I just put on the first song that was on my phone, and it was Our Father by Bethel music. And then God was just showing me in that moment, hey, I brought you all the way to this point, and He's shown me everything He's been doing, everything my day has been ordained, and He's shown me, hey, give me all your anxiety, give me all your fear. It's normal. He said, come as you are, and I was able to just really get off my chest. And He said, look, I put you in this situation for a reason, and God willing, if we, God willing, if it's God's plan for us to make it all the way to the Final Four, God was saying, hey, I'm putting you in a situation where you guys are going to have experience knowing what it's like to have your back against the wall. Because a loss, this game and the next game, a loss means, yeah, it's over. And God willing, if we get to the Final Four, it's going to be the same thing. And so he said, hey, I'm going to get you used to this feeling. And if you guys respond and you guys really fight, go to the Final Four, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same beast, the same thoughts, the same fears, the same anxieties. And so I was just clinging like a child to my faith today and in our room, singing worship. And yeah, I just had a wonderful day today. So I just praise God, praise God.
Coach, talking about Boris, his comeback in his past 2 games, maganda yung nakakontribute offensively. So, as a coach, what kind of luxury does Boris bring? Kasi marami kang weapons in Jacob, MP, pero what kind of boost does Boris bring to the table for the Suns?
Again, with the challenges that we're having as far as our personnel is concerned, anybody that could chip in, those little things really means a lot to us. You talked about Boris. You also have to acknowledge then si Gillian Quines, who, we weren't really sure if he's going to be ready for this kind of competition, especially with all the pressure that's going on. But, he provided us with spark, and I guess that's really big for us right now. I mean, I'm not sure if we're going to lose EJ for next game, but having these guys just being ready for their number to be called is a luxury for us. As we go through this final stages of the eliminations and hopefully heading into the Final Four. So, kung sino yung makakatulong, it's really gonna be big for us.
Coach, it's not the most optimal situation for you. We know how, in a way, how high the expectations are coming into the season. But going through this ringer, ito ba yung, in a way, in your belief, if you can pass this kind of test, would really prepare you for the harder games come Final Four, regardless na may request to win disadvantage kayo?
Well, obviously, we're always gonna go back to those moments that we battled through, and not only those moments that we've won, but also those moments that we've lost. Kasi we'll never let those losses, get away with us not learning. We've learned a lot from our last 2 losses, especially if it's a one point loss. So, talagang it kind of gave us everybody a chance to really look at all the turnovers we've made, all the mistakes we've made, and kind of prepared us for this game. So it's really going to be a big help for us going through those challenges as we move along, and hopefully, we'll get the momentum, ending the elimination round.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.